There we go. All right, let me embiggen this again. There, I hope the new stream title I put up, that might get some people's attention. All right, so let me just back up and move the camera into place. This time I made sure to clean up some of the clutter on my floor so I don't have to worry about people seeing how messy my room is. Alright, so yeah, I said it, we should use some of my hiragana katakana skills trying to read some of what it says in this instruction booklet. I mean, obviously here, seru, just Axel's name in Japanese. Let's see, how much of this can I make out? I think I see, I'm not sure if that's the kanji for two or the katakana. Ni something something. Well, there's Axel's name. Akseru Bashi. Is that a she? Sometimes I have a hard time making out certain characters just because of the font. I'm sure that's a ba there, but then here, it looks like the she. I'm not sure. Then we see the Sokuon, I think it's called. So I know that's a te sound. Something o. Haji Metoshi ta. If there's anyone that knows Japanese that's watching this, I apologize for butchering your language. Niyoru. A bunch of kanji. I see another wo or o. That's going to be the not subject, object particle. Yeah, when it's a particle, you say it o, not wo. Yeah, to suru. That's I think moka. And we get a bunch of. I think that's the kanji for white, shiro, but of course next to another kanji, it's probably going to be something else. Toe, I see toe right there, so that's probably, I don't know, and shit, I should add that to the page describing toe and T and D sounds. That toe is often used as basically the Japanese equivalent of and. That's something I should add. That just occurred to me. You see no, she, pu, ri, ro, roy. Roydon. Oh, that's Reploid, I think. I think that's Roydon. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Reploid or not. I'm not sure. I'd have to. Yeah, then that can't be Reploid. It's got to be something else. No, and then I see the kanji for the C. It's me. It's very easy. It's just. I think of it as like an eye with legs, looking around, seeing things. And kind of a funny coincidence, the Japanese verb for to see is miru, and in Spanish it's mirar. So that's kind of an easy way to remember. This one Japanese verb sounds similar to a Spanish verb. And I think that's a ya, and then ka, o, ko, oh yeah, P, she, something, dekiru. Well, now it's the letter A. Gee, I wonder what the letter A means. To, ra. I think that would be ran. Oh, trans. A-trans. That would be, not transgenderism. This is, for those of you who have never played X7, X8, or Command Mission, Axel has a copy chip that allows him to turn into other Reploids. And it's called A-Trans. Okay, and then Ka-O. I think that's U. No. Su. Then Katsu te no, bunch of kanji. Yeah, I'm only reading the hiragana and katakana, unless, like with the character me, I'm not going to know what the kanji says. Unless it had the furry gana on the side or something. Yeah. Tachi no, a bunch of kanji again. O, meru, that's, beku, yeah. Shitei, ta, well, I think that's the kanji for white again. But it probably doesn't mean white because it's next to a bunch of other kanji that probably changes the meaning. Then shito, that's arato, okay, yeah, ish. I'm not sure if that's a she, or maybe that might be the re, yeah. It's just that with the font, I can't tell if that's the character she, which would be a hiragana, or the character re, which is, I think, the katakana. And I say in my notes, think of it as Kylo Ren's character. Yeah, so that'd be irregular. That would be irregular. For those of you who don't know, in the Japanese version of Mega Man X, Mavericks are called irregulars. So, and then, let's see, Honda, no, I think that's Honda, or is it no, Tonauta. Yeah, I have no idea what most of this says, other than, I saw the kanji for to see. But even then, it might be connected to other characters that give it a different meaning. I don't know. Yeah, I could make up A-trans, which is describing Axel's transformation ability, and I could make out the word irregular, so it's talking about probably... Oh, that's probably irregular hunter there. I just realized. That's probably Hanta. Yeah. Yeah, so that's Maverick Hunters. Yeah. Yeah, reading Japanese very badly with GuineaPigDan. Okay, so... Yeah, I was wondering where can I find the instructions for building, Axel's, his hands holding his guns, and it's actually in the really, really back. So I guess I'll do that, because I left off on building his hands. Excuse me. Alright, so let's find... Oh, and I skipped ahead on something. Did this off stream. There's a special mouth part that you put in the one face that's got its mouth open. I did that to this particular Axel face. Yeah, so sorry I skipped a very important part where I put in Axel's mouth into his face. So, and maybe I should try another, GuineaPigDan reading Japanese badly video where I go over some of the Pokemon children's books I have. Again, I would just be sounding it out, not really knowing what any of it means unless I randomly come across a word I know. Like, Miru, to see. Okay, let's see. Where's shit. I'm looking for the K parts. K and H. Oh, here's H. KH. You find the K parts. That's a strange way to describe it. Kissing your ears. Here we go. There's K parts. Any other pieces? Okay, so this will require the K, H, and G parts. So first we build the pistols themselves. So K2 and K1. Looks like there's an extra D2. Oh, I need to get the D parts. There's an extra piece that goes on the pistols. Let me find the D parts. Let's see. Q. Oh, here we go. D parts. Yeah, it's like the D parts. It's just a really, really tiny part that goes on top of the pistol. Let's see. Yeah, just these ones. But anyway, so let's start with K2. And there we go. I have to shave off the little runners. Very careful because these are very small parts. I wonder how many people, having not watched any of my other streams, will see the title and think I'm being serious. Ah, come on. Too bad I'm not ambidextrous. Do not try this at home, kids. There we go. Got it. I should not poke the knife at my eye. Unless, you know, I want to become a pirate. There we go. Okay, that does not need any trimming. Okay. Trim a little bit off here. be able to... Don't worry, I did not hack off any fingers or anything. Not yet. The worst injury I once suffered, I think, was building the blade armor. I haven't posted that video yet. But like, my fingers got caught between two pieces, and I stopped the video to like, to separate them. There we go. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, so part K2 and K1. Let's do the bottom. There we go. Okay, I don't think I need to... Maybe I do have to shave it off a little bit. Just a really, really tiny bit. There we go. Okay, there's another. Gotta be very careful. I don't want to cut off. There we are. I don't think I need to do much shaving there. And little runner there. Okay. There I think I need to do a little bit shaving. I think I've said this before, but you can see why I speed these videos up when I posted my old model kit building videos to YouTube. And I still have several that I need to post, like building Metal War Greymon, or whatever he's called. Or just Metal Greymon. Building Ultraman. Or as he's called in Japan, Ultraman. What's really weird is a friend of mine showed me a Ultraman episode where like they advertise toys or conventions, and it's like they say both the Japanese way of saying Ultraman and the English way of saying Ultraman. It's kind of strange doing both. I guess maybe to appeal to the few gaijin that go to these Japan-only conventions or something. Okay, so let's put this gun together. Let's see. Okay, it goes up like this. Okay, I can see there's a bit of a problem there with the runners making a little gap that I want to get rid of. So I might separate these. Damn it, I cut my fingernails yesterday. See if I can very gently separate these, and unless I just really, really mash these together. I want to Come on. I need to reduce these runners. Make it much... Oh, there we go. Starting to get them apart. Gotta be very careful not to like break it or anything. That would really, really suck. I paid $80 for this at Fanime. I don't want to like... Oh, there we go. That wasn't too hard. Separate them. All right. There we are. Okay. So I think the main problem... reduce the runner here. This might be a bit difficult. I might have to do this with my non-dominant hand again. There we go. I think there was a runner back here that I need to reduce. I didn't bother with. I thought it was flat enough, but I guess not. Here I can use my dominant hand. Oops. There we go. Here, flatten this a little, just a tiny bit more. Okay, and yeah, get rid of the little runner there. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's see how well these go together now. Much better than before. see. Do they make a distinction like if the left hand or the right hand goes on a pistol? I don't think it does. So now H2, well, H1 goes on one side. Minutes 26. Okay. Again, let's remove some runners. Oh, there we go. Wow, I got that one pretty clean off. I want to be careful not to. That one was pretty clean off. Only this one, I think I need to file down a bit. If I file it down like this, it's still not exactly safe. I mean, at least it's a flat piece, so I can, there we go. Okay, so it goes like this. There we go. Then E2 or H2, H2O. Go. I have to. Okay, that one was pretty clean off. And last one here. Okay, that one will require some filing. This one's easy because it's on the edge. There we go. The middle one. Okay. This goes on like this. Oh shit, did I put it on the wrong way? Shit, I got it on backwards. I think I put it on, did I put it on back? Yeah. Well, easily, thankfully these are parts that can come out. Okay, it goes on this way. My bad. I see it. It's the little groove for the screw there. Okay, yeah. Alright, now we get one of the red parts. Now this will not require any filing, I don't think, thankfully. I mean, it's so small. And it goes... Oh, wait. Maybe I should file it just a little bit. I think I hear my brother playing Super Mario Odyssey. He got it while I was at Fanime. And he already beat it in like 2 days or something, although he hasn't gotten all the power moons. And he told me he doesn't think it's worth doing 100% in that game. But he likes the Luigi balloon challenge. As long as, it's a balloon that's in a fair spot and not someone who glitched out of bounds. You'd think Nintendo would have, patched those out or something. There we go. Ooh, I like the sound that made when it went all the way in. So, there's one of Axel's pistols. So, now let's do the other one. Now I know what to do. Maybe I should do something like that. And then trying to... Maybe it'd be easier if I held on the table like this. Or I might have to my non-dominant hand again. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't remember where else was. Oh yeah, on the bottom. Although it looks like that was a pretty clean cut. There we go. I did something like this instead. Where I just cut off the edges. You know, leave the runners there, and then I very carefully there we go. There we go. I think that one. Okay. I think I mostly got them. Now let's see what happens when I... Looks a lot cleaner than the first time. I made sure this time to really file them down. I think maybe on the back though. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull these out again. I think the back runners. Maybe the bottom. Yeah, mostly the back. Yeah, sorry. I think I got them, but then it's like, no. I need to do this again. Just very carefully. Oh, shoot. Huh. Doesn't help that I'm wearing gray shorts. Okay, very carefully separate these parts again, just so I can... I think it's mostly the runners on the back. Again, I want to be careful not to tear them apart and break pieces on the inside. It's basically just a bunch of locking joints. That's... Don't worry, I didn't break anything. It just slips out of my fingers sometimes. I'm a little too afraid to, like, I could put the X-Acto knife in between, but that would risk cutting it. Yeah, it's like, I need something that could go in between the seam or something. Well, this rack I don't need anymore. So I'll just set it aside. The K parts are... Yeah, K. Those are done. Let me... Should I? Nah. That's too risky. Well, just for fun, let's cut these parts out because they're just going to be easier to file down. Just so I can get the H parts out of the way. It's 2. There we go. Oh. Should try to cut it off with the... Yeah, I'm definitely risking cutting myself if I try to cut it like that. Here we go. It's as good as it's going to get. There we go. Very gently bend this piece. It's like I can get these parts separated, but it's the middle seam here. That's why I considered using the X-Acto knife, not to cut through it, but just to maybe just make a little bit of space. Oh, there we go. Got the middle part to separate, so now I can just do these. Yeah, that's what I needed. A little gap. Middle part. Now I can just force this with my fingernail to separate. And I can disassemble the gun and take care of these runners on the back very carefully. Oops. Here we go. Almost done. There we go. Okay, so just in case, let's go over go. There. Now, this is a filed that down as much as I could, but this is the problem part here. There we go. Okay. I filed this down as much as I could. Now, actually, wait. Should I? Let's see. Just a tiny bit uneven, but it's good. It won't be noticeable, I don't think. There we go. Now the red bit. Again. Oops. There we go. There we are. Axles, 2 pistols done. But now we do the actual hand part, and there's even a finger that goes through, I guess, the little pistol hole or whatever it's called. So G2 and G3. That's this one here. Oops. Oops. It's a bit hard to... I have to shave with my non-dominant hand again. That just makes it even harder. It's just very hard to... Whatever. Okay, so 3, G2, G3. This is Axel's finger. Probably no point in trying to file this thing down. No. Okay, I see which way it goes. There we are. And I'll jump ahead and cut off this hand also. There you are. Okay. At most I can smooth it out. Okay. Let's cut out the finger here. Yeah, not gonna bother. So we got, okay, let's see. Then in G1 and so it's in these ones I put these ball joints. Easy runner to cut off. There we go. There we go. Pinch that off. And I think it's this one here. Oh, yeah, before I need to put this in. So that goes on top of the gun. There we go. There we are. Axel's hand is holding one of the pistols. And I guess if you want the pistol to come off or something, I don't know. Like, there's a way to remove Zero's saber from his hands. But I'm not sure if there's a way you're supposed to remove the pistols in case you just want a pistol lying by itself or something. But there we go. Let's cut out the other hand, or part of a hand. With this, the G parts are done. So look at that, I just got rid of 3 little trays. Get another one of these ball socket parts. It's 8:21, so I might pause the stream momentarily again, not to make these videos too big when I burn them to CDs. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Axel's two pistol hands. So I've completed all of Axel's hands now. Let me just let me figure out another part I want to put together. Maybe his head or something. Let me find the head parts. Here we go. And we just let me just pause the stream for. Let me take a break for like 5 minutes or so, just so I can clear off all these little crumbs of plastic. So just BRB in 5. That looks like a pile of bones. Yeah, I mean they're all white. So just a moment. Now, I did publish the new stream title, did I? Yeah, excuse me, if I haven't. There we go. I mean, if you see the stream title, you can guess. I mean, I don't know if you're on Twitch, you see the stream title change automatically or not, but you can see what part I'm gonna do next. And just for fun, let's try and make out some of these hiragana and katakana characters. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to do Axel's head next. Alright, we got a bunch of Axel's name there in the corner. Something no, me, kanji, te. Then imeji. Is that image? I think that's, yeah, because I wrote when you have this character and it's 2 shots shooting forward, it's the shi kana, and then those 2 dakuten, that makes it a G, so that's imeji. I guess that's image. And then image, well, it's ha, but it's probably a particle, so it's wa. Some lots of kanji, o, more kanji, shite mas. So, just with the ending there, shite mas, I know that's some sort of verb. Yeah. Oh, this, I remember I've seen this in some of the other model kits I've done by Kotobukiya. It's like image seen from this side or something. I know there's kara, which is the Japanese equivalent of from, and then mita, that's see, again, remember that? It's the kanji for eye with legs, and then I don't remember how this kanji is pronounced, but I think it's just illustration or something. So image seen from side. Yeah, and then I could probably put this into Google Translate or something and find out what the kanji actually means. It's probably just things like, rotate part this way or whatever. Kotobukiya actually does have English instructions for some of their model kits online, but not for all of them, unfortunately. But since this is all visual, it's like you don't need to have words telling you what to do when we got the pictures there. So let's see. So J, L, and C. Well, here are the C parts. This is probably going to be parts of Axel's helmet. Of course, we're going to be building his hair also, so we'll need these parts. I don't think we'll need any of these parts. Yeah, because those are just like ball and joint parts. So I'll just set those aside for now. I'll just put those in there for now. We need the J and L parts. B, those are Axel's legs. Oh, here we go, L parts. Where's the R part going to go? I'm sure this is going to be Axel's blue crystals on it. One of them is his forehead crystal, and the other is his chest crystal. I'm sure this is just the chest, the head crystal they're doing right now. So let's see. L, C, oh, and C parts. Gotta find those. D. And these aren't the C parts, are they? This is I. P, Q, F. Where's, okay, well, there are some A parts. I will need some A parts. A and C. Oh, wait, C is right there. Now I have L. I'm not going to need the hair until the end, I think. Actually, wait. I do have some hair parts. F. Well, I need the F parts. I'm going to need quite a couple parts out here. So what I want L, where are the C parts? No, not the C, the J. Q, P, I, D, B. Where are the J parts? N. I hope I didn't accidentally throw them away. Or, oh, wait. This is the J. What am I thinking? Yeah. So I got what I need. J, L, and C. My bad. J is the headpiece, so. Alright, so let's construct the forehead crystal thing. Let's see. Let's take J2. Or wait a minute. Yeah, J2. So it's the so J2 is the smaller one. So Axel's forehead crystal is actually smaller than his chest crystal. I wasn't sure, but it says J2, so okay. There we are. And there's a note. It's like a shit. See if I can file off the runners here. It'd be too dangerous to do it with the X-Acto knife because this is too small of a part. It's not like I'm gonna see these crumbly parts. Now I need to get out. Oh, it makes a note that there's like a little tiny barely visible ridge at the top that will be inserted into part L8. It's this one here. Okay, so. Okay, I see the little ridge that this has to fit into. Yeah, it's like. Let me turn on another light in my room. I wonder if I should get maybe I should get my ring light and turn that on, just for extra light. I just turned on a light that I have near my bed, like a reading light, but it's pretty bright. Just trying to. There it is. It goes in. Like, this is really, you have to look for a very, very tiny ridge, and it's really annoying that you have to look out for. To make it stick in. I really, really hate, oh shit, looks like it actually is kind of important to get shave off the runner stuff on the sides here, just so it'll fit in. And I really, really, okay, so it's just really annoying when they have such tiny pieces. You have to lock in with the jewels and everything. Is there a way I can... No, I don't like this. This is like too close for comfort to my fingers to cut, unless maybe I cut it like this. Or cut it from the side. Yeah, these are the parts I hate putting in the most. When it's like, like the crystal parts. There's a very little indent on the top of this particular piece that's supposed to lock in with the head crystal thing here. Well, doesn't matter. I got it in. That was not as hard as I thought it would be, but there we go. There's Axel's head crystal. And if you've played X8, you know that that game's villain, Lumine, not Sigma, Lumine shatters Axel's head crystal, and that cliffhanger has not been resolved for like 20 years now. C5. Oops. I think I cut a little. Well, it doesn't. No one's gonna see. Okay. I think this is fine. Anyway. There. Axel's forehead. Then A3, A4. There's C9 in the middle, so I'll cut out C9 right now because I have that in front of me. Here. There's where are the A parts again? Oh, right here. The black parts. Alright, so this piece, A3, I'll do A3 here. This one. There's a fly. A bug is flying in front of my face. Yeah, I don't want a bug flying in front of my face when I'm trying to do something very precise. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Like, really, I mean it right now. Excuse me. I'm such a pig. A guinea pig, obviously. There we go. There we are. Okay. Wow. This is fairly loose. Oh, I guess I need to put on the other half. It won't lock into place unless I have A4 on this side, I guess. There you go. I should sit straight because this is kind of starting to feel a little weird on my back. Oh yeah, I'm getting old. There we go. Those are runners I won't have to worry about very much. And the one I do have to worry about is the bottom one. Gotta be careful. There we are. All right. Got this. It goes together like this, I suppose. There we go. Guess this is where Axel's ponytail goes, I suppose. Oh, there's that bug again. Let's see. Now I'm going to do basically Axel's ears. Let's see. 24. These are the white parts. This is going to be something I think is a little annoying. I mean, if you've never played the X games, Axel, has these spikes that extend out, and I don't know. I think those would be kind of annoying to have out, but thankfully you can switch between the shorter ones and the longer ones. I'm gonna stick with the shorter ones just so they don't get in the way. Yeah, I'll probably keep you can see the spike parts here, although I'm not cutting those out yet. But if you play the X games, I think it's X7, X8, the spike things only come out when Axel, I think, either jumps or hovers. So we have the eye parts. I think those might be the red parts. Where are those? Where did I put the eye parts? And not like eyes in your skull. I mean parts that are labeled eye. Here they are. So these are going to be more of those crystals, and hopefully they're not difficult. So F2, C11. Where's the C parts? And I have to remember where I put everything. Where are the C parts? D, B, C, B, G, Q. Oh, the red ones. Yeah, these are like some very, very small, delicate parts that. But let's. Is there a particular order this needs to go in? I'll start with let's see. I'll start with the main. This is the step I'm on. Axel's quote-unquote ears. I'll start with F2. Just because it's the main central part, then I think everything else will go on. What? Oops. Here we go. Okay, C1 or C11. Okay, right here. Jeez. Very, very thin parts. I wonder if I should bother like shaving the runners. It's just that it goes into a very thin spot, and that's why I'm concerned. All right. There we go. Oh. And I'll have to let my friend know. Not right now. Yeah, sorry. There we go. I hear Scamp doing something outside, or maybe no, Bella's gotten to the point where she doesn't like going upstairs anymore. Okay, P5. Do I have the P5 P parts. F, A. Where's the P? Here we go, yellow parts. P5. This is so small, jeez. See where this goes? Oh, I see what P5 is looking at the picture of Axel. It's the yellow part that goes on his ear. Oh shit. Very, very tiny runners. It's going to be very difficult to remove. That's the worst. When you have to remove runners from really, really tiny pieces. There. Okay, this wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. These really, really... Oh, crap. Where'd it go? Oh, caught by my arm hair. Okay. Probably best to not... Okay, it's got a thing here telling me which way it's supposed to go, but it's hard to tell. Which way is it supposed to go? Okay, I think it's... Well, now that's attached to this part, I can actually cut off the runner a little more easy. There. Not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Hopefully I put that on the right end. Yeah. And now, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Now I1. Yeah, and I'm not saying I won a game. That's what the piece is. I won. Jeez. They're a very delicate, tiny part. "35 minutes. It does note, oh, once again, there's a very, very tiny notch that I have to look out for if I want to put this in the right way. And, okay, I see it. I see the corresponding notch. Oh, jeez. It's supposed to align with the red stripe here. I think I almost got it. Jeez. Yeah, I really, really hate putting in these little jewel parts. Have to spin it around a bit, wiggle it in. Would it be easier if I had my glasses off? Oh, here we go. There we go. Got it in. It's in the best it will be. There we go. So, all right. So I don't put on Axel's ears just yet. So this will be the one that goes on the right. But I don't put it on just yet. I see where it goes. Right there. Well, it says not to put it in just yet. I'm just... Because eventually we're going to put Axel's hair on, and it says to put the hair on before I put on the ear parts. So I guess I'll... Now we'll do Axel's other ear. Excuse me. The hair looks like it'll be much less complicated than these parts. Jeez. Better if I just clip this off with... There. I'm not going to get it down anymore. Okay. Let's put in the red part. This is C12. got that in. Let's do the yellow part again. This little one. Really annoying having to cut off such tiny runners. There. There we go. Well, that was actually really easy to put in. There we go. Okay, just one more. I think it's the crystal part. Yeah, now we have to do this again. I too. And looking at these, it's like, shit, there's going to be even more of these, except at least these ones look bigger. I'm not sure where these ones will go. Oh, those will probably go in his legs or his ankles or something. It's odd. The picture have red lights going into where the axle bullets come out, but they didn't have parts for those, or at least if there were parts. Let me just look at the bullets again. Nope, it doesn't have a special part that goes into the pistols. Okay. Just seems really strange. They show the pistol prominently with a red crystal inside of it right there, but it doesn't have. But looking at the red crystal parts, there's nothing that goes into the pistol nozzles. Yeah, so these just remain empty. That's a little strange. But anyway, let's cut out I2. Damn it. Come out all the way. Okay, where's... Okay, I think I find the... So annoying. See the top part of the piece that goes in? Shit. This is so difficult. Is it? I see it. Come on. It's the little notch it's supposed to fit in is so small that it's like the chances of you of actually getting it in aligned the right way is really slim. I mean, you at least have the red line there to be a guide. Damn it. Use fuck. Okay, let's just... There. I just forced it in. This one I think went in a bit deeper, but... There. It's probably not perfect, but fuck it. That's the best it's going to get in. This is a ridiculously small part. Anyway, now we're going to do something that's probably going to be a lot easier. Axel's hair. These are all the O parts, and there's only 6 of these. And then we get to choose a face for Axel also. One of the 4 faces it comes with. And you can switch them if you'd like. Let's see. Yeah, so once we do the hair, like this is going to be really easy. So 05, 02. Just to make it look a little nicer. Cut off the runners the best I can. Okay, gotta be careful. This is one of the tips of Axel's hair. I don't want to mess that up. Okay. 5. Then there's 02. So this one goes on, I guess, on top or something. Or in between. There we are. Is there a way to cut this? Yeah, you could alternatively title this stream GuineaPigDan Learns to Cut with His Non-Dominant Hand. Oops. There we go. Okay. Okay, see how this is supposed to go together. Okay, so there. One part of Axel's hair. Almost up to another hour. Anyway, I'll just put that on the side there. Now I guess this is the center part, 04 and 01. I could use these as drawing references, like, looking at, Axel's 3D model. I'm not quite sure how his hair is supposed to look in game, but, with an actual figurine I can look at, now I can figure out how it looks from any angle. Oops. we go. Now 01. Yeah, after I finish Axel's head, I'll probably call it a night. Hopefully I finish this in like, I don't know, well, pretty soon. There we go. All right. There we go. And this goes on the side. You gotta be careful. This is pretty spiky. You know how spikes are instant death in Mega Man games? Like, imagine if Axel accidentally pokes, Zero or X with his hair, and it's like, do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's something you have to be careful with some of these model kits. They have sharp ends. You don't want to get poked by them. So 06 and 03. And then that'll be it with all the hair parts. And then I can assemble the head. There. Not now, sorry. In the middle of something. Oh, shit. Okay. Good thing, you know, I wasn't startled by that. There we go. Okay. Let's see. This was, what part was this again? 06? Just trying to see like where parts were attached. Okay. Let me shave off a little bit here. One more time. And this one was pretty clean cut, I think. Maybe it's a little bit on this end. I think it's fine. So 06 like that, and 03. Okay, I think I'm good. I'll just finish this part. Alright, there we are. And there we go. A little. There we go. Look at that. Axel's hair. It's even a bit asymmetrical having it, you know, so it's not like boring to look at. Anyway, looking at how this is constructed, so there's a little thing that goes in the back there. Let's select a face for Axel before I fully assemble this. Let me find the face parts. Yeah, we got neutral face, smirking face, smiling face, and yelling face. Well, I think I like Axel's smiling face, the grinning. Let me just try and... something that looks aggressive. So this goes, okay, this goes here. Yeah, and you can, without the upper part of the helmet, you can see the full scar on Axel's face. An X-shaped scar. It's kind of interesting that with all the main characters, there's an X somewhere on there. X, obviously, but Zero has an X thing in the middle of the Z on his left shoulder blade, and Axel has an X in the middle of his face. So let's see. So, 2... Oh, wait. Yeah, the assembly 2, 3... I'm not sure if there's like a particular order this is supposed to go in. Okay, okay, now I see. Let's go in there. And then, did this go in all the way? I can't tell. It's supposed to be like a little uneven. Oh, I think it is supposed to be a bit uneven. I was a little afraid. Then his ears go in. Like this. And there we are. We have Axel's head. Finally completed. So much... Jeez. Just bullshit with all these tiny parts, but finally, you know, I'm through the worst of it! If I remember one of Axel's lines from X7. Back when he sounded like a girl. At least in the English version. I don't remember what he sounds like in the Japanese version. But I don't imagine... Yeah. Hands up. Yeah, yeah, Axel's size has been kind of reduced. But anyway, I'm glad you all joined me for tonight's stream. Yeah, I'll continue Axel another day, maybe tomorrow, since I got another day off. Just looking at the head above, you know, I can see how asymmetrical the ponytail is. That's kind of neat. A little detail I didn't notice. So I guess it's pretty neat. But anyway, I'm going to put on the end screen here. Alrighty, so you know the spiel. Follow me on DeviantArt, Weasel, Shitter, or don't follow me on Shitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr. Yeah, I'm for Shinko and for Affinity, and of course you can buy my merch on Cafe Press. You know, buttons, and you know, maybe I'll make more stuff. Eventually I'd like to make myself a new GuineaPigDan shirt. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. GuineaPigDan out. You know, I'll continue the Axel model kit and the hiragana katakana comic probably tomorrow or something. So, good night, everyone. And now for that pesky off switch. Where is it? Oh, I think I found it. Howard the Humongous, or GuineaPigDan the Humongous.